good morning, folks. Welcome back to Feni for the Soul. We are going to be doing a mini trek today. I am in Bengaluru, and today is Sunday, February 28th, and I come with my cousins and my wife, and we are going to do a mini trek of the popular Nandi Hill, Bangalore's popular tourist spot. But we are going to be walking up while a lot of people go up by car and motorcycles. This is the sunrise today, Sunday the 28th. Sunrise from near the area, and you can now, I'll show you, that's the mountain up there, what we call Nandi Hill. It's quite interesting, and this is where a whole lot of people are parked, cars and vehicles. A lot of them are they all come from Bengaluru, and I'll show you some of the neighboring area also, just to tell you it's all very hilly terrain, very nice, away from Bengaluru, about so we are about 30 kilometers out of Bengaluru, and people, my friends, my dear friends in Pune, all the trekkers who we're part of the Siangad fort climbing groups, they will be a little familiar with this. See the cars that have been parked, like we park on the foothills of Siangad, in Atkarwadi, Dhonje village. So of course there are more cars here than we have possibly at Dhonje village or Atkarwadi in Pune. So there, my cousins and my wife right in front, and we have started to walk. Ashwin, say hello to the camera. This is my cousin Anjali.
Hi.
All are masked, as you know, because we live in mask times right now. That's Ashwin, my cousin and marathoner buddy. That's his wife Anjali, another Anjali. And my wife Shobi is right in the front. Shobi, you're a Tenzing Norgay. Lots of children also. It's a Sunday morning, so good to hear the cheer and the laughter. Hi guys. Hi. Let me show you how it is. It's a very easy, seemingly easy mini trek. When I say trek, actually it's just a walk, because there are they are constructed steps, leading up to Nandi Hill, to the top, to the summit. See, you see the kids running up now. So fairly simple. You can do it at your own pace. Some will do it slowly, some will do it quickly, like these kids. Lots of fun. So I'm showing you Karnataka Forest Department board, as we climb up Nandi Hills, and it shows you the reptiles of Nandi. Very interesting. The cobra is there, the spectacled cobra is there, the Russell's viper is there, common krait, saw-scaled vipers, and then of course the non-poisonous rat snake and the green wine snake, among snakes, and of course this will be of interest to my friends, especially Parag and Omkar in Goa, who are so much into nature and wildlife. Here it is. The interesting thing about this mini trek on Nandi Hill is that you have these old temple structures en route, like this one right in front. Very interesting, and though I won't know the history pit pat right now, but of course friends can Google information, but I'm just saying Let's see what's inside. Yeah, you have the Nandi bull right there. Beautiful stone structure of the Nandi bull. Better view here. Let me zoom in on this. This is a large beehive. See there, large beehive on the eucalyptus trees. So like you can see, people walk at their own pace. And here you got, there are a few senior citizens in that group up there. They're using sticks and walking, but each to their own, and this is not a race. A group of children from Bengaluru, I presume. Okay, what are your names, please? What is your name?
Niranjan.
Niranjan. And your name?
Surya.
Sorry?
Surya.
Surya. Okay, so have you come on Nandi Hill before?
I have when I was 1.
Oh,
I have never.
You have never come. And he's Surya and you are Niranjan. So Niranjan, how do you find the climb today?
Hard, a little harder. A little harder than I thought.
Much harder than I thought.
Oh, really? Okay, Niranjan, how old are you?
I am 11.
My throat is becoming very dry.
Yeah, then you must drink some water.
I've got water in my backpack.
Yeah, so you need to drink, keep
But you
sipping
left me
water.
no water.
You know that? You need to keep
No, it's with uncle.
lovely view. We are midway or almost close to the summit. But just look at how beautiful the scenery is all around. Rocky hills, villages in the distance. So I'm giving you once again the whole scenario, panoramic scenario of the hills and the rocky hills all around. You got those villages at a distance. Very pretty. And here my friends Anjali and yeah. Hey, hi. In fact, Milind and Anjali, who initiated the trek, you must say hello on the video. You're against the light, actually. Wait a minute.
Where should?
Yeah. There. So these are my dear friends in Bengaluru, Milind and Anjali Chalisgaonkar. They are my triathlon buddies to begin with, now marathon buddies. And thanks to them, I've been having a great holiday in Bangalore. And they are the reason we are on the hill today.
Good. So welcome to Nandi Hill. Welcome to Skandagiri there.
Yeah, Milind, tell us a little about. Yeah.
So you see that bald
yeah, what's that?
That's called Skandagiri.
The lone solitary mountain right in front.
Yeah. So many people go and climb that for a beautiful view of the sunrise, but it's restricted now because too many people used to do that. Whereas Nandi is a more sort of regular climb.
Yeah.
And for us, it's very easy to climb Nandi and get acclimatized for all the treks that we do.
Okay.
So
But-
we count all our treks in Nandis.
Yeah.
So when we say how much effort is it tomorrow,
30
we
Nandis.
say 2 Nandi, 3 Nandi, 4 Nandi, that way.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And is that the reason you're carrying these backpacks so that
This is
you
just
get
to get used to carrying some weight because
Yeah,
on our
yeah.
treks also we
Yeah.
carry a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
keeps us.
When is your next trek?
Well, we plan to go in April to maybe Himachal
Yeah.
and just spend a week or so there.
Wonderful.
No organized trek, but generally spend.
Yeah, Tirthan Valley, I believe, no? Yeah, could be Tirthan Valley. But one second, let me get. So Milind, who is a treasure trove of information, is going to tell us a little more about Nandi Hills and something about the history, because this is strongly connected with Tipu Sultan, the a famous Muslim ruler of Karnataka. Yeah.
So on the way you would have passed Devanahalli, and there is a Devanahalli fort. Tipu was born in that Devanahalli fort. You can even now see one small canopy where was the house where he was born. His father Hyder Ali used to rule these parts. The village that you came through just now, down below, is called Sultanpet, named after Tipu Sultan. And this path was sort of created by earlier kings, but was fortified by Tipu and his father Hyder Ali and their armies. And the fort itself was rebuilt completely, including the outer walls, by Hyder Ali and Tipu.
Oh wow.
And the place where we are going to up there,
Yeah.
a red small building, is called Tipu's Lodge.
Okay.
Because when Tipu used to be here, he used to stay either in the village or up there in the lodge.
Yeah.
So interesting, mix of history all over here.
Wonderful.
I often think how they used to go up and down these things with horses and everything, and used to obviously protect the fort. So when you go up further, you'll see the fort wall,
Yeah.
and you'll see the typical protections of a fort wall.
Wonderful. We'll see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
down there is Sultanpet for you.
Yeah. So what we see, those blue homes there, not that.
No, the one that side.
Okay.
That
Okay.
village
okay.
there behind those trees
yeah.
is Sultanpet.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a very old temple there, right?
Yes, there is the old Nandi temple, 13th century temple is there.
This is a lovely jamun tree. Milind just pointed out that this huge tree is a jamun tree, and in July, August, I believe all the steps are full of the lovely fruit. Now, Milind will tell us more.
So the jamun trees always remind me of the old Panchatantra and Jataka stories, where there was a crocodile and a monkey, and they used to live on one bank of the river, and on the other bank was a nice jamun tree with beautiful fruit, and they were friends, and the monkey used to sit on the back of this crocodile, and the crocodile used to swim across, and both used to eat jamun from the tree. Then one day the crocodile got very greedy. He thought that, oh, if this guy eats so much jamun, sweet jamun, how sweet will his heart be? Let me eat him up. So that's the story. Go read up the story, you would enjoy it.
Yeah. They work in partnership.
Yes.
So the crocodile takes the monkey across the river.
Okay, I'm showing you Sultanpet, which used to be a kind of a residential area region for Tipu Sultan, the famous king, and he used to spend time in Sultanpet, and that's how the village is named after him, Sultan, Tipu Sultan. And then of course he used to live on camp at Nandi Hill on top also, and we'll show you more of Nandi Hill. So we are now coming to the ramparts of the fort. Hi. Coming to the ramparts of the fort. The ramparts, and they're trying to get a bit of the sun here. There it is. Beautiful. Yeah. The sun is flashing through the ramparts. And one doggy here. Go.
Oh yes, I see. Dog didn't do anything.
Again, youngsters running through.
This place is also nice.
My cousin Ashwin is here. Let's talk to Ashwin. So Ashwin, one second, you're against the light. Yeah. So Ashwin is a marathoner. He's my cousin, paternal cousin. We have Ashwin and I have done a first half marathon in 2018 in Bengaluru. Then we did our first full marathon, the Tata Mumbai Marathon, in January 2020. Ashwin ran a very strong 4 hours 50 minutes, and now he's 60 years old. 60 years young. 60 years young, I'm so sorry. So as you can see, very fit man. So now Ashwin, what do you like about the trek so far?
Wonderful. The weather's been great and the views are really spectacular. So you can see out there, you can just take your camera around and you can see Sultanpet, Nandi town, and the other mountains and water bodies around. So it's a beautiful sight on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
The weather's been lovely, the sun's been kind.
Yeah.
Everything is really perfect, and of course,
So-
great company to have Rahul here. Rahul Shobi, and we met some good friends in Milan.
Yeah. And
Wonderful morning. Yeah.
true. And we have 3 of our the women party that is coming from behind. That is, let's
Way
see if
down
we
there.
can see the. Oh yeah, you can see my wife. I can sight my wife Shobi coming in.
Wow. You've got
Yeah.
great eyesight.
Yeah, and yeah, because it's my wife Shobi, then Ashwin's wife Anjali, and then one of our paternal cousins, another Anjali. But I think the 2 Anjalis are taking it a little easy, but Shobi, I'll show you when she comes closer. My wife Shobi. Hi Shobi, wave out. Yeah, so she's coming up while the other 2 ladies are still behind. I can't see them really, but they'll be here in in some time. So now we are reaching almost the top of the fort. This is something called the Tipu's Lodge, and where it was, the Tipu's quarters which are inside. We'll see more of it soon. And I must tell you that the height of Nandi Hills is about 1400 meters. To give you a perspective, Siyangarh Fort in Pune is about 1300 meters. So it's about the same height as Siyangarh Fort in Pune, which is a very popular trekking location in Pune. This is a lovely shot, of the entrance to the lodge. So this is the other side of Tipu Sultan's lodge, as they call it, his summer residence up on Nandi Hill. This is exactly, it must have seen some renovations over the years. Even now, there's a section that is being repaired. I hope and I presume that the Archaeological Department of India is really doing this work. There are some laborers working on that, workers working on that, roof there right now, and you can see the rubble on the ground. But I'm presuming it is being done in a systematic manner. So this is, I'm showing you the large pond inside the Nandi Hill Fort, and historically this was the water storage area for Tipu Sultan's army, and this was clearly man-made, but very, very well constructed, and it could store, I'm sure, a lot of water, and their main water source. Another view of Sultan's Lodge. I'll go close up. Yeah, that's Sultan's Lodge. So now we are on our way back. You've seen the water tank, we've seen Tipu's Lodge, and these are the steps taking us back down to where we parked our car. That's one, stray dog here who's befriended us and has got biscuits from us, and that's our group, my cousins, my wife, and so on the descent I wanted to show especially my friends in Pune that while this is not like the Siyangarh descent, this is, like I said, has got a lot of steps. It'll kind of remind you in some patches of some of our Siyangarh landscape, like this one. And while I'm ahead of the pack and I'm descending down solo, it's very quiet here. There's nobody to the front or the rear, and if I stop talking, you'll get the bit of the silence and serenity.